went by, and then I don't know if y'all remember where they was just trying to like sell it and recreate a new TikTok. That feature came back. And
Right.
so, like, that is why I was saying the repercussions is going to happen because they just went about changing it, and then this happened. Like,
I believe that the Department of Transportation is going to get involved with TikTok.
absolutely.
Well, they will, and this is the scariest thing too, right? Like, it'd be one thing if she struck a dog. God forbid, right? Because I love me some animals, but it's another when you actually cause someone's life to abruptly end because you wanted to talk about baby mamas and baby daddies or whatever the case may have been. And now that person will never, ever be with their family again.
Yeah, no, the other thing is we should talk about case law. Case law basically is when you look at previous cases and the precedent, which is how judges in the past have released sentences or how prosecute such cases, and what's the precedent. And usually judges in this case, they look at these cases extensively to establish what would be a fair sentence. And I promise you there are a lot of people, and increasingly, they have been charged higher and higher and higher in terms of financial burden as well as imprisonment because of technology being used within a moving vehicle. So this is going to change a lot of things in terms of transportation, in terms of TikTok, but also I don't, if I'm not mistaken, somebody, I think it was Yuzia, that said there were 3 people on the panel as she was driving. TikTok would have to kind of, I'm not, like, again, this is all new stuff, right? So even when it comes to TikTok, but the question here is, are the people that were on that panel, are they complicit? Is there a change of behavior?
Is the host complicit?
You know what I mean? Like, so all of that stuff got to be taken into consideration too. I wouldn't say that those people will be charged. No way they'll be charged.
Absolutely.
But the question here is, if this case establishes, for example, that there is some sort of a burden on the people that were part of that panel, then future cases would definitely charge individuals that participate on lives where they know the driver's on camera, right? So we have to be careful.
Right,
The irony is that Ross
they're not charged, right? Could they be brought in as witnesses to what was taking place if this goes to like a trial?
This is definitely a trial. This is not a motion. This is not an administrative thing. This is a jury,
And
assuming.
she could probably plead out
But
if
not
I
only
got.
that, she has to go through 2 types. First one is the legal consequences, and the second one is the lawsuit, which is most likely going to be brought up by the family. So she has to go through 2.
Saying there's no way the family's going to be able to get anything from TikTok specifically, you don't think?
I don't know.
never know. She didn't have a green screen.
Well, you know what? It's because they got, people, they've been using these green screens thinking that they slick and sneaky. But see, that just goes to show whatever's done in the dark always come to light.
But in addition to that, it does show malicious intent because you put a green screen up as an act to deceive TikTok from flagging you for driving.
Hell yes.
Right, so
and you didn't have a mount. Swince, I got you right now really quickly. You didn't have a mount. And that's why it's so important. If you are going to do such things, be hands-free. Don't hold the phone and drive. Go ahead, Squints.
Yeah, I'm seeing vehicular homicide. I'm seeing TikTok's gonna get some type of lawsuit. Just because this is the realm that I'm in for work, but yeah, they're gonna pick up a lawsuit, and that's how you're gonna see the legal change come about that you're talking about, Adam.
That's what I said. Vehicular homicide.
Yeah, she's gonna get hit with that, and then TikTok is gonna get a civil suit for not. I mean, possibly too. I mean, depending on how the argument they put up, but they definitely should have had some type of parameters to make sure that, like somebody was saying about the Pokemon Go, where if you're driving too fast or you're moving too fast, it picks up on that. I mean, I get it. It's a game versus social media. There's a bit of like privacy laws, blah, 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 that might like intrude on. But that's going to be the angle that they're going to bring it up in court so they can get monetary compensation. That's going to 100% going to be the angle, especially in civil court. Yeah,
Let me ask you this, Adam, or even Squints. If you were, for some reason, the defense, what angle would you even try to take?
Well, the defense would have a very, very hard case, but they would establish, for example, things like, she called the police right away. She stayed at the scene. She did not have anything in her body that would influence her judgment, such as alcohol and whatever, right?
And
Things like
that's
that.
still
So they
pending.
might even say, like she is an author. By the way, I take offense to people calling her an author, to be honest with you. I mean, I can also write a children's book.
Calling her what?
But anyway,
An author.
like so this is kind of the what they would need to do. The defense is
Don't call
materialistic
her
to
an
her
author.
character. But the thing is, when it comes to character, like they can definitely, to Zia's point, go through her TikTok account in cooperation with TikTok and see how she, for example, manages people, right?
Yes.
And that all speaks to the character of the new, because that is the only angle. I wouldn't say the only angle, but that's the biggest angle when it comes to the defense, is establishing that she did all she could do to cooperate with the police and she stayed at the scene, but also her character as an individual,
Yes,
right?
they need to paint her as a good person so that they could get a lesser charge. They're going to plead out.
It's gonna
That's
be
the only
hard to
thing they
do.
But
could do.
it ain't
Yeah,
gonna
it's gonna
stick,
be.
because once they go
Can't
to
pay
and look
her